Hey friends, you read it right. I am doing a recap of the first through the fourth episode of Ready to Love Dallas. So if you are new here, I am Kira Ford. I am recently on a reality TV show, a dating show, and we've had four episodes so far. And I kind of wanted to just give you guys a recap of what I think the show has been portraying me as. And what I'm going to do is, too, I'm only going to talk about myself. There might be a couple things that I might hit on about others, but there's a lot of sensitive people and not just this cast, but just in general. And I only want to give you my opinion on what I believe the editors are trying to portray me to be. So grab your champagne, darling, or your beer, whatever you prefer. Yeah, so let's get into it. So for the first episode, and I have my iPad, so I took my little notes to be able to like reference from. But for the first episode, I really feel like they did a good job of capturing my fun and bubbly personality. I did have a moment where I told like Habibi, like, well, a little bit about myself since you didn't ask. And I kind of chuckled. I was like, did I really say that? But I do have a really big personality, and sometimes that can be a little off putting. But I mean, it is what it is. I felt like when I was having a conversation with him, it was very much about him. And I truly want my partner to reciprocate the energy I give him. And I know that I'm genuine. I'm someone who's God fearing, someone who loves to have fun, someone who is fit. Like I just want someone who can reciprocate that energy and actually care about me just as much as I care about them. So when he wasn't asking me about myself, I was just kind of like, what are we here for? Like, are we just here to hear everything about you? It just seemed very self-centered. But I know Habibi now and I love him. He is hilarious. By the way, I honestly think I'm cool with everyone on this show, guy wise. Some of the women might not think I'm their cup of champagne or flute of champagne. They might prefer other things. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm not here to please or be liked by everyone. Jesus wasn't, so I don't know how I would think that everyone should like me, you know? So I also liked in episode one where when I asked Tommy, like, did you question marrying your wife? Like, I just want my person to be very certain of me and I be very certain of them. And I think sometimes I am very blunt because I think I have good discernment. And I even said Quentin, like, he was like my type aesthetically wise. Like, I don't necessarily think our personalities match that much, but I do think that his physique was like, I was like, well, hello, darling. I'm here for it. I love a fit man and someone who can pick me up, who has big arms. Thank you. And he had that. He checked that box and that box only. Anywho, going on to episode two. So episode two is when we go to the brunch, and I'm honestly not shown that much in the show, to be honest with you. I'm probably on TV for like 5 minutes. And the reason why I say that is because I don't think that I have like a lot of drama. I am very sarcastic and very dramatic. And I will tell you this, being those things and being on a reality TV show, they don't necessarily mix. And when I say that, I mean like being sarcastic. Being sarcastic can come off so many different ways. It's like you either have to be super nice or like super nasty mean. And I'm like very much in the middle. It's like making jokes, being sarcastic. So I will say, like, one of the comments that I said on episode two was at brunch, one of the guys told me that he was a Leo, and I was like, oh, they got big dick energy. And like, I have so many great friends who are Leos. And so when I saw myself say that, I was like, oh my gosh, Kira, like, you were truly being yourself, but like, we might need to tone it down. We might need to bring it back, bring it back. Oh, I forgot to also mention this. On episode one, this is when I got my nickname, Boots. You know, everyone was dragging me, baby, dragging me for the gods about these boots. They were like, girl, those boots don't match your dress. And I was just like, you know, I just wanted to bring a little, you know, different flair. And so everyone was like, ooh, we like those white boots. I thought it was hilarious. And it was super easy to stand out because I already knew everyone and their mama was going to wear heels. So I was like, we're going to change it up, boo. That's what we're going to do. I'm like, this is an audition. If it was an audition, I'd have been like, let's go. Who wants it now? No, I'm just kidding. But so that kind of carried on into episode 2. They called me White Boots, and some of the men didn't even know my name. They just knew me as Boots, which was kind of funny because I couldn't remember a lot of the men's name either. So I'm not offended, and honestly, I get it. That process was a lot, y'all. Like, it was a lot. What you guys are seeing is like not even like anywhere near the things that we were doing and all the dates we were going on. You guys see 45 minutes of like hours and hours of filming. So what else did I say in episode 2? Oh, it was the group date, and the group date was with Janelle, Red, Phil, Habibi, and Tequila, which T is my girl. I have nothing against Janelle. I don't know her that well. She does not like me, but once again, I'm not here to please and be liked by everyone, and I'm okay with that. And so on the date when we were bowling, which is like football and bowling mixed together, and like you have to throw the football to knock down the pins, y'all, it was so hard. I was struggling in the beginning. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so competitive. I love to win. I'm a winner. Like, that's just like my spirit. And me and Red, my date, we won because, like, let's be honest, I'm a winner. And at that time, I know Janelle made some snarky comments like, little miss thing or little girl. And Janelle is like 12 years older than me. So, you know, I'm big on like pick your battles. Like, I don't know this woman. I'm not gonna be like, excuse me. I'm just like, girl, if that's all you got to say, honey, that's all you got to say. Congrats. I am younger and significantly smaller than you. So, okay, carry on. I think it really pissed her off, though, that Red just, like, threw me over his shoulder. And, guys, women love to be picked up. Like, when he did that, I was like, I love this. This is life. Red is awesome. I think that he is another guy that I felt like was a good guy. I just didn't, I don't know if I liked him on an intimate level. Same with Habibi. I think Habibi was, like, very funny, very easy to talk to, has great personality. I just don't know if he's, like, my person. And then same with Phil. When Phil was on that date, I was just like, he's just he's just significantly older than me. And when you're that much older than someone, it's just like you can't really connect on a lot of levels. And you know, you guys will see as time goes on how things, you know, transpire. But the date was super fun. I did think it was really crazy that they kind of have it as like, you know, her picking on me, which she was very much, did not like certain people. But I'm one of those people that regardless, I'm not going to be fazed because I'm just like, no one pays my bills for me to actually care. So I said, moving on. So, and then also I made the white girl comment. So I was like, I think that Quentin, because remember I told y'all like, look-wise, Quentin was my type, okay? But then I made the comment of like, you know, I think he likes white girls and I'm like the closest one to it. So this to me was like, I wanted to like, I had to stop reading comments because I was like, girl, these people are over here like, that was so cringing. First off, if you met me, you would say, oh my gosh, she talks so proper. Oh, she acts white, because that is huge in our Black culture that a lot of us do. I don't care how you talk. I care about people's character, okay? And I don't know if I can rock with your character or I don't know who I'm going to get. I don't like those types of people, okay? So when I made that comment, I even said too, like personality-wise, like I'm not over here saying like, well, first off, I'm not light-skinned, so I definitely am not white girl looking-wise, but I do have a bubbly personality. My best friend is white. Like, I love white people. I love Black people. I love Asians, Mexicans. I love people who have good character. That's who I like. And I think sometimes when you are very, like, cheerful, bubbly, very happy, some people can just say that that's a white girl. So I was beating people to the punch. Because when you hear me open my mouth, you all will say I'm white. So I was like, look here, I'm the closest one to acting white here. I was beating y'all. And now that I beat y'all, now it's cringing. Y'all need to get out. I can't win with y'all. And it's okay. It's okay. Life does go on. It does go on. Also, the fight happened that episode as well. So if you haven't watched episode 2 or 1, make sure you go watch it. You can watch all these on YouTube or have the own app, and you can get it for free. It, of course, the show comes out every Friday at 7 o'clock. So make sure y'all tune in if you haven't been. Like I said, they're not showing me that much, but I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't want to be shown in a bad light, so I don't care. But the fight went on, and I will say, the only comment that I will say about that is that there's a lot of things that are missing that people don't see. They're only going to show you what they want to show you. Also, they have, and when I say they, editors have a certain narrative that they want to paint you as. So with that being said, just be mindful that this is reality TV, which is quote unquote not really reality, but perception is reality to people. So what you see is not necessarily full truth or the full story. So be mindful of that, okay? All right. And also, I put on here, like, I loved in episode 2 and just in episode 1 too. They keep getting all my facial expressions. I'm like, oh, clutch pearls. Oh my goodness. I am really dramatic. It's been funny, to say the least. Okay, moving on. Moving on to episode 3. Episode 3 is when we have the wild card. We have Kat, first off, or Katarina. I think Katarina is gorgeous, girl, funny. If you have not gone to her Instagram, if you haven't met this girl in person, like, you'll be like, okay, yeah, she is funny. And she's beautiful as well. So educated. So I love that she came in very confident, because I'm very confident. I love women who are confident in themselves. They don't see other people as competition, because if you know me, you know I love to say this. Your blessings are your blessings. My blessings are my blessings. You can't stop what God has for me, just like I can't stop what God has for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheer you on, baby, because if he's helping you, guess what? He's in the neighborhood. I'm next, baby. I'm the next stop, okay? So I didn't like the fact in episode 3 they made it seem like I didn't like Kat. They even chopped and screwed it, because I have a moment where I'm just like, I'm not here to make friends. And I'm like, obviously, can y'all not see that this is the same outfit? I was just telling Janelle that, baby, maybe you don't like champagne, you like beer. I was talking about Janelle and that, but they put it with Kat, which I was just like, they just want to stir up some mess. And the thing is, they didn't have any mess when it came to me. So I guess that's why they had to, pull for what they had, okay? What else happened in episode 3? Oh yeah, Christopher came. Christopher, y'all. Chris is so stinking cute. I love his teeth. He is a Southern gentleman. Like, he's such a good guy. Like, I really thought he's a great guy. So, like, y'all need to tune in. I don't want to give too much away. But, like, Chris was great. I think that he was a great addition to, the men, because I didn't say this, but out of the men, I didn't necessarily think it was a true playing field. In my opinion, there was 10 men, 10 women, okay? Out of 10 men, 7 of them had children. Out of the women, 5 of them had children. So I just didn't feel like it was like a true playing field. And like 3 men not having kids. Someone who doesn't have children, I mean, that's what I would desire. That's something that I would hope to get, however I am at this big age of 30. So for me to be like, oh, you must not have kids is kind of like, come on, girl. Jake, are you kidding me right now? Hey, cut it out. Is a little bit like, get real, because Jake is my child, basically. So, anywho, child, what else happened in episode 3? Episode 3, I had another group date. I will tell you this, guys. I was on a lot of group dates. You know why? But I was very grateful to be in the process. But yeah, so I was in another group date, and this was when Kat was introduced, and that's why I made that comment, like they were trying to make it seem like I didn't like her. I actually was like, oh my gosh, like, yay, like, bring it on. Best of luck to you. We're all on this journey together. I've been on plenty of teams. Like, I don't like cattiness. Like, I really enjoy people just being good people, and I know who I'm gonna get. Like, when people who know me know what they're going to get. They know they're going to get dramatic Kira. They know they're going to get someone who can be sassy. So you got to watch this lip service, because sometimes it's a lot. And someone who is very animated. Yeah, that's what you're getting. What else did I put on here? Yeah, that's what I would say for episode 3. Once again, I was barely shown. But when I was shown, I was just like, talking to Marvin. Marvin is the one who is into dominatrix. Is that how you say it? Or he's into, Marvin is the one who is into all fun things in the bedroom, okay? I think Marvin is a awesome friend. And with that being said, on the show, I didn't necessarily think that we jived well, as in like compatibility, like him being my husband, that's a no. But I will say that my biggest thing when I said he was a red flag, I was more saying like it's a red flag that he is telling us that he wants to go there and he didn't tell the producers that, because I'm Texas rooted, y'all. Like, I love Texas. Both of my brothers live here. Both my parents live here. I have nieces and nephews. Like, it takes a village. And whenever I do have kids, I do want, everyone to like, for them to like go and play with their cousins. I would have babysitters. My aunt lives here. Like, there's so many people who live here. So I'm just so Texas rooted that was a big red flag to me, because it's like, oh, you should move around and be with someone who's a little bit more open to moving that far out. And then of course he did, in which we can go into episode 4. Episode 4, he did tell me that that's where he wants to retire. It's not necessarily like where he wants to be raising his kids, which he did say that, but he changed it up and was like, if my wife did not want to move there while the kids were young, I would want to retire there. So, and I want him to have everything that he desires. I just know that I don't think that's my desire, just to be real. So what else happened in episode 4? Episode 4 was the hoedown. So episode 4 was funny because they dragged me again for my boots, because I surely did wear my white boots again. And someone even made a comment like, is she still trying to live in her Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders days? Baby, no. Because if you go back and watch me from Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, baby, I was like 25 pounds smaller. So no, I'm not trying to live my Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders moments. But I will say this, I love to dance still. I still teach dance, but I sell real estate full time, which because my channel talks about taking ownership of where you live and how you live, and taking ownership of where you live, I help you with, as in like your real estate professional and expert. But then how you live is, I am making sure that my channel is turning more into like helping you with local places to go, and like how to navigate different things in different seasons of life. And needless, anyways, moving back to the actual show. So they barely showed me in episode 4. They talked about my boots, like, oh gosh, girl, here you are. Me and Marvin had a better conversation. Like I said, he was just kind of clearing up the air. Who else did I talk to? That's when I met Christopher. Christopher was so stinking cute. I loved his country accent. And honestly, episode 4 just seemed like it was just really a lot about Janelle, which it did seem like a lot of the men liked her. Congratulations to her. I wish her well, and I hope that she, gets married one day and all the things. However, what else was another part? Oh yeah, we were dancing on the, we had like a line dance class, which was super fun. I really liked the bartender who was there. Man, I was lit, y'all, at the hoedown. Some of the things I was saying, I was like, holy moly. Yeah, I don't need to drink too much because I'll be a hot mess. But that's really my recap of all 4 episodes. Oh, I did mention the people who've gone home. So first episode, Leanne, she went home. She was one of the older girls, and they didn't feel like they were connecting with her, so they sent her home. Brandon was super nice on the eyes. I thought that Brandon was very much my type. However, he had been married to the same woman twice. He had 4 kids, and a lot of us just felt like it was a lot. And as a lot of people like to say is, Kira, I say everything's a red flag. To me, that was a red flag. Like, why would I be with you if you've married the same woman twice and you have all these children? Like, just go work it out with them. And then, of course, the next person who left was T, which is my girl. I love T. I do think that she was misunderstood. I do think that they did kind of put a narrative around her. However, I think that, once again, this is reality TV, which means that they get to do what they want to do. Get to know these people for yourself before you start to actually judge them, okay? And then Habibi went home before Tequila went home. So Habibi went home because he was saying a lot of inappropriate things, which I love him. He is a hot mess. So he went home, and then T went home right after him. And then episode 4, we have Marvin and Red up to go home next. So guys, make sure you stay tuned. I'm gonna do recaps every 4 episodes. I'm gonna tell you my opinion. I'm gonna really just try to talk about myself and maybe about the people who've gone home. But I just want to give you guys a true perspective of like a lot of this stuff was not what it really seemed. Because that hoedown, we were there from like 12 to like 2 a.m. Like, I don't know if y'all noticed, but like my makeup looked like crusty when it got time for Tommy to come and talk to us, which I'll play a video now of it. And I'm just like, what is really going on? So yeah, just be mindful that this is not, whatever you see is not all that was really going on. So anyway, but guys, I hope this brought you a little tickle to your soul, because it is funny. I mean, I am on TV, you know, being portrayed as a, you know, a cheerleader, someone who likes to have a lot of fun, super bubbly. And if you don't know that, if you don't know my personality, it can be a little much. But hey, welcome to the squad, baby. Welcome to the squad. This is what you get when you get Kira, okay? And so, yeah, I hope this video has brought you a little bit more insight. Also, make sure you stay tuned. Next week, I will be posting a video about why you should move to Dallas. So, you know, my channel talks about taking ownership of where you live and how you live. And right now, how I'm living is like reality TV. I'm still helping clients. I'm living alone. I have a dog. Like, so there's going to be a little bit more fun and different vibes and videos that you guys will start getting from me, because I've taken like what, 3-4 months off. Oh baby, I'm back and better than ever. Okay. All right. So, all right. I'll catch you guys next time. Until then.
Oh my gosh, there she is. It's Kira Ford. Kira Ford. You don't know what? You've never heard? Oh my gosh, she slays every time.